Hi everyone! I'm Gabriel Zamora and thank you so much for watching. So for today's video, I get requested a lot on my channel. Can you do a more in-depth about false lashes? As some of you know, maybe not everyone knows, I used to work at Lilly Lashes with none other than Lilly Ghalichi Mir herself, the owner of Lilly Lashes. So I said, hey, can we film a video where I get an owner of a lash company that I'm beyond obsessed with. Y'all see me promote it all the time. So
I
only
paid
lashes.
him to say this, by the way. Keep going. You're doing so well.
This is not a sponsored video, you guys. It's a really like in-depth video. Because even sometimes I have questions about false lashes.
Okay.
And a little bit of everything. I remember working at Lilly Lashes, like answering like the customers and all the questions. There's so many questions out there.
There's a lot.
And I was like, I'm not a full expert at lashes. So I wanted my Lilly here in my video to just help me put on lashes.
Well, I'm happy to help. I dressed like super professionally.
She's super professional.
This is like a professional video.
This is a business meeting.
Yeah.
We're businesswomen just handling business.
Totally.
So you are here today because I will be putting on false lashes.
Okay.
And I want a step-by-step guide. I'm almost gonna act like I don't know type of thing. Because I want the person watching from home to be able to learn the basics of it.
Okay. A lot of people think putting on lashes is hard because it seems intimidating if you've never done it before. It's so easy.
It's so easy if you have the right technique.
Right.
When you have the right technique, it's literally like that.
And it's a learning curve. So if you try it once and it seems kind of difficult, if you try it twice and it seems kind of difficult, don't give up. You're gonna have that aha moment your third or fourth time where it's like, oh, okay, I get it. And then you're gonna be able to do it while you drive, while you talk, while you make out. Like, it's just gonna be second nature.
So I have two types of lashes. Three. We have the luxury collection. So these are on a lighter lash band. So it's not a thicker lash band. If you have smaller eyes like I do, these are my favorites because it doesn't overwhelm the eye. But I recently played with these. If you saw on my video, which was my following the makeup tutorial of Nikita Dragon, where she literally wore Miami lashes and I was able to wear it because I did a heavy wing. Sometimes I don't do a wing liner, so I like to just wear the luxury collection because I don't feel like I always need a liner with these. So what is, to you, the biggest difference between these two?
So our luxury collection styles are just lighter. So they're single stacked, which means it's just one layer of mink hair. It's more natural. Our 3D collection is double stacked. That's why it's three-dimensional.
So it's like two of these.
Exactly. So since it's double stacked and layered, it makes it three-dimensional for a little bit more drama.
I love it.
I mean, some people want to be like me, super extra.
Extra.
Super extra.
Super extra. What lashes are you wearing right now?
I am wearing these, which are
Caramel.
Caramel, which is why I brought them to see if Gabriel would let me put them on him. Our most
That's too
dramatic.
big. That's too big. In another video, we're gonna do it.
Step one is to pick your lash.
So I picked Goddess by Lilly Lashes. Well, of course. I usually always do Goddess or Diamonds. Sometimes Opulence too if I want length. But I love Goddess because it gives me like a very softer Miami.
Okay.
Because it has like a very wispy effect to it.
I love Goddess too. For my daytime, it's one of my go-to lashes.
Double stacked.
No, triple stack.
Triple stacked. I had another one. You suggest always keeping this in?
Yes, because you can wear the lashes 25 to 30 times. And so when you take them off your eye, you need somewhere to put them. Otherwise, you'll just lose them. You'll think they're a spider later. It's really scary.
That receipt you found?
Yes.
She had a receipt in her bag and it had like a lash attached to it. She was like,
Stuck to it. It
what
was
is this?
so nasty. My husband finds them all the time. He's like,
What is this?
they're
Little
like
tarantula.
stuck to the toilet seat. They're everywhere. They're in his car. They're everywhere. So keep the box of whatever lashes you wear, whatever brand, because if you bought mink lashes or more of an expensive lash, you can use it again and again and again. So you can store it in your little box.
So I have this little nugget. This is also by Lilly Lashes because I like to have multiple lashes.
Smart he
And instead of
is.
carrying all three boxes, I just carry this, which has one, but I actually keep this one and I have my lash glue in here. So I don't lose
that's so
it.
smart.
Yeah,
That's
because
really
it has
smart.
a magnet. So even if you have like extra things, like sometimes I'll put like little scissors in here, little stuff. For like my eyelash curler, those little plastic things. So if you lose that, you're gonna chop off your lashes.
Yeah.
So I like to put it all in here because it's a magnet. You can still carry it with you. So
That's
fun little
smart.
tip. So how do you remove the lash from here? So you remove the left one.
That's a great question. So you never want to remove the lash by pulling on the hairs of the lash because all lashes are handmade. And so if you pull too hard on the hairs, they'll come off. So how you want to remove the lash is by starting from one of the corners. I like to start from the inner corner and gently tug right at the band. And as you'll see, the band came right off, and then you can use the rest of the band to pull the lash off. Your turn.
Haha. See, it comes off so much easier than actually pulling by the hair. You're gonna pull the hairs out and then you're
Yeah.
out money. Don't just be careful with your lashes, especially when you're first taking them off.
You have to remember every single hair is put on by hand.
Oh, wow.
Every single hair. And so it's not gonna be super tight. It's not gonna be super adhesed. Is adhesed a word? I don't know,
Adhesed.
whatever. Don't pull your lashes by the lash hairs. So always remove from a corner.
So now we're gonna measure the lashes to my eye to be able to cut them, because once you cut them to your precise eye, then you can just pop them on so much quicker, right?
Yeah, so lashes come long, and that's because everyone's buying the same. Makeup is one size fits all.
Yeah.
But everyone's eye shape is not the same length, so you'll want to trim the lash to your eye perfectly. And this is super important. Like, some people don't do this, but what happens is if the lash is too long, it'll droop, and then
it
you'll
brings
look
your eye
sleepy.
down. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah?
I'm very guilty of that. To where I'm like, oh,
Gabriel,
I wish
you're
I...
a lash
No, when I do
expert.
like, when I really zoom in and I'm like, wow, I could have cut off this little part. You know when it's like those couple of hairs and you're like, oh, I wish I would have cut off those little hairs.
It's always better to be a little shorter than a little longer because it will just lift your eye.
Oh, fun tip, you guys.
Yeah.
So when I put it on, I'm measuring it to cut off the end, right?
Right.
The outer corner.
You can cut from the inner or the outer corner. I like to cut off from the outer corner. I think that when you cut off from the inner corner, sometimes the middle hairs are longer, so then it'll be too long.
Oh, in the inner corner,
the
and it's
inner corner.
poking
Yeah.
your brow bone. So then you just put it on. So I don't have much mascara on right now. I have like clear mascara from just earlier.
Your lashes are beautiful.
Thank you. I got an eyelash lift from Beta Beauty, you guys. So basically, I'm gonna have to cut off
all that excess.
all that excess.
And if he didn't cut it off and he just glued it on like this, his eye would literally droop. See how it's making that
It's
side?
literally making my eye droop.
Yeah, and you'll look sleepy and like it's not cute. So always, always, always trim the lash to your eye.
And when you're trimming your lashes, one tip that I found out that really, really helps is really take your time and cut off less than what you actually think you should cut off. I like to do that because I'm like, okay, I can cut off this much now. So I like to keep measuring it, and it's like a fun 5-10 minute process
Yeah.
of just putting it on, be like, okay, I could cut a little bit more off, then I take it off, cut it.
If you cut too much, you can't go back. So always err on the side of being conservative. And guys, this isn't something you have to do every time. Remember, you can use your lash 20 to 30 times, so you only have to do this at the first wear. After that, they're already cut.
Like, as a beauty blogger, I get these lashes for free because it's kind of like my job and makeup brands send it.
Because he's my friend.
It's because I'm like her friend. I legit like to use lashes over and over. Like, I know people who don't have to trim their lash.
I don't have to trim all of them, I'm not gonna lie, because I have a really long eye.
She has a long eye, so she can just pop it on. So many beauty bloggers just constantly like, switch them out, switch them out, switch them out. They wear them once, they wear them twice, nothing. I like to wear them multiple times because my eye's so small, I measure it. And I get a good, like a damn good amount of wears because I don't put mascara on it and because I clean them and I take care of them.
Yeah, because what you do really does make a difference
How you take care of
on
them.
how long your lash will live. Better?
Better?
Way better.
Way better. So now it's
Way better.
lifting the eye as
Like,
opposed
look at
to-
the difference. It's not even glued on, but he doesn't have that excess hanging down anymore. It's just doing a really nice lift to his eye.
like emphasizing the eye.
Okay, so once you cut one, it's a lot easier to cut the other one because you can just kind of measure the two together. Guys, you can use any scissors to cut them.
I like small scissors. 'cause
Yeah.
Big scissors can get in the way.
I like small scissors too.
There's Lilly Lashes scissors.
Yes, there are Lilly Lashes everything. We have the complete set. I didn't want to bring it all and make it feel like I was pushing.
Like, this video is not sponsored, you guys. It is a video I've been wanting to do, and it is a video that I want to show a brand that I fully support and
Oh, I
has
love
fully
you.
supported me.
So
This is
use
love.
any scissors you want. I like to use really small manicure size scissors,
Yes.
which is what we sell as our lash scissors.
We are snipped. Okay, so before you put on your lashes, you want to put on mascara, right?
Yes, so you always, if you're gonna wear mascara, you always wanna put it on before you put your lash on to avoid getting mascara on the lashes. It's not that you can't put mascara on your lashes. If you want extra oomph, girl, go for it. But it will shorten the life of your lash because you're putting buildup on it, which is gonna get more and more over time. So put your mascara first.
On average, how much do you think it shortens it?
I don't think it's much. If you just put it on once or twice, you'll probably shorten it, let's say 3 to 5 wears. But if you put mascara on every single time, you're not gonna get more than like 5 or 6 wears out of it. That mascara, let's say you put on your own lashes, you're washing it off.
Yeah.
Before you do it again.
True.
On your falsies, you're not. You're just putting it over and over and over and it gets gunky.
And over cleaning them, I feel like loses the shape,
Right.
right? Like the oils in like makeup remover like tends to like straighten out the hairs.
And if it gets too heavy, the hairs are gonna fall out. I would recommend not putting mascara on your lashes. If you're gonna put some, just a little, Like, I like to put a little at the end.
Ooh,
After.
yeah, to blend it together.
Right.
So I would normally curl my lashes right now, but I already have a lash lift, you guys.
They're
my
so
lashes,
curled.
They're so curled.
They're like...
But my favorite eyelash curler has been this little nugget. I don't remember where I bought
cool.
it, but it's like the individual one because I have downturned eyes at the end. If I put a regular eyelash curler, my eyes aren't straight. They start straight here, but at the end they curve down. So I've learned that based on my eye shape, I have to now use this one. And I just go a little bit, maybe it takes me like 30 seconds extra. And then we're gonna put mascara. My favorite mascara, because of Lilly, is this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Y'all have seen it on my channel. You've seen me mention that Lilly herself is the one who recommends it to me.
I'm obsessed with it. I've tried every mascara, expensive, drugstore. This is the world's best mascara. It volumizes, it lengthens. We do not know anybody at L'Oreal. Nobody is paying us to say this.
I've always paid for this one, and it's everything.
I've never gotten it for free either, and I swear by it. Anytime I stray, like, people will tell me, makeup artists, like, oh, have you tried this new Armani mascara? Have you tried this new so-and-so?
The Dior one.
So
and they're expensive.
They're expensive, like 30 bucks, 40 bucks for a mascara.
That lasts like what, like 6 months? Mascara has a short shelf life.
Very short. It dries out. It just doesn't work as well. And I'm always disappointed, and I always go back to L'Oreal Voluminous. So guys, drugstore does not mean it's inferior. Price does not mean something is superior. It's all about how the product performs, and this is a great, great product. Well, this looks great already.
Come on, lashes.
Gorgeous.
It really is the lip.
The lash curl. Okay, so once you have your lash trimmed, your eyelashes propped with mascara, the next step is to apply glue to the base of the lash. For those of you that are new to lashes, no, they do not come with glue on them.
Yeah, they don't come with glue
That's
on
a
this.
huge question.
They're like, it doesn't stick on. I remember that question when I worked at Lilly Lashes. We're like, my lashes don't stay on. The glue isn't good enough. And I'm like, we didn't send glue. My favorite lash glue that y'all have always seen me use is the Duo Lash Glue Clear Adhesive one. And this one comes with a brush. The reason why I love it is because I'm very shaky. I don't have the steadiest hand. Like, as I'm putting on my lashes, I'm trembling and the black kind of glue can get everywhere.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I like a clear lash glue because of that.
I like clear also because sometimes it will dry a different color than your own lash, and then you'll see the glue will be like a gray instead of a black. And I also myself only use a brush on applicator because the glue that comes in the tubes, you squeeze it out, but then how do you get the glue on the lash then?
Yeah, it's too much.
You have to get a Q-tip and then it gets hair on it. It's too much. So I personally only use a brush on clear glue, and I have to say, before I had my own lash glue, I only use Duo. This is hands down an amazing, amazing glue because it's not too strong. Some adhesive, it's so strong that when you rip your lashes off at the end of the night, you're ripping out some of your own skin.
Me personally, that happens with the House of Lashes lash
I
glue.
didn't want to say
No.
it.
We're not being shady. We're not being shady by any means. I love it if I'm doing something intense and my lashes do not need to come off. You can go swimming in it. I know people that have gone to sleep and have woken up and they still have the lashes on. It's a little bit too tough for me because I don't like to wear lashes for too long when I do wear them.
Right.
I don't like that strong of a glue, but if you want a strong glue, the House of Lashes glue.
It's the strongest I've ever tried, but I will say this, if you like to not wear lashes sometimes and you want to protect your own lashes, do not use that glue. I got so upset at a makeup artist once for using it on me because at the end of the night when I ripped them off, I ripped out some of my own lashes and I had no choice because I could not, I was like putting soap and water.
It's strong.
With that said, if you're going on a weekend getaway and you want to sleep in your lashes, which I never advise you to do, never, or you want to go swimming.
Wash your face before you go to sleep.
House of Lashes.
So how do you use an applicator?
You don't know how to use an applicator?
No, I really don't know how to use an applicator. I use my finger. I've always used my hand.
Okay, so how you use an applicator is like this. Take the applicator, grab the lashes right by the base, and now it's just the perfect little... What I like to do is put it right in the center to let the center stick, and then use my hands for the rest. Right there. Okay, so let it go. And then I use...
My lashes are so curled. They're like...
Oh my God, it pushed the lash off.
It literally pushed the lash off.
Oh my God, look.
Look, it legit pushed the lash off. Because my lashes are so curled, I have to get behind the lashes.
They're permed. That was so crazy. He put it on the base. It was sitting there and then his lashes just went bloop. After you put the glue on the band, don't apply it right away. Wait like a good 30 to 45 seconds so that the glue will get tacky. If you apply it right away, the glue will be too wet and it won't really stick. Yeah. Just put some glue on there, put some glue on the other one, let it sit for a second, and then apply it. Do you want me to put it on for you?
You might have to. Wait, I gotta live for an applicator now.
Right? It makes it so easy. I take the applicator and I put it straight in the center of my eye, and then I use my hands to pull the 2 inner quarters.
Maybe I need more lash glue on it.
I'm staring it in.
I know, I'm like, Lilly Ghalichi
The
staring
cameraman
me.
is staring at him. Come on,
Put
Gabriel.
on Lilly lashes.
How can you get it behind those things?
Like, they're so long.
They're so long and curled. I mean, if you've already mastered your hands,
I really have.
There's really no need to,
Ooh.
There's really no need for an applicator if you've mastered your hands, but for those of you that are new to applying lashes, it just makes it a little bit easier because your hands are bulky. So to try to get your whole hand behind
Unless it's your hand.
Your lash is hard, but to just get this in there is so easy.
Yeah, but I'd prefer people to use an applicator than tweezers because me personally, don't put something that sharp near your eye.
No.
Why are you putting something that sharp near your eye?
So our
Applicator
applicators,
or nothing.
Yeah.
No tweezers.
they're blunt, they're long. Tweezers are dangerous if you have one little slip, if you sneeze, if you...
Oh my God.
No, people sneeze
Sneezing?
all the time when doing mascara and stuff.
How do you put on lash glue
After?
after?
That's a great question. But before I answer that question, I want to teach you, which you may not even know this, a little technique that one of my favorite makeup artists, Etienne, who's like a big makeup
I
artist,
love
in the
Etienne.
stars, he taught me. Whenever he does my lashes, my eyes look so lifted. So he puts them on, he lets them dry for about like 45 seconds, which I think you've almost been 45 seconds. Then he takes his finger and he just pushes the edges up so high, like watch. And it just like lifts your whole eye.
Oh. You better stop, Lilly Ghalichi Etienne tip. Ooh.
Ooh. It's literally so easy. I would say the next step, if you want to do a next step, would be liner. Gabriel doesn't need liner. I think that
Because I did the pink one.
Right. I think he looks really pretty with it just naturally. But some people get a lot of self-conscious, like, is the band gonna show? No, it's not gonna show, especially if you use a really thin band like this one. But if you wanna just be extra, extra careful, you can put a thin line of liquid eyeliner right over the band of the lash.
Ooh.
And then you won't see it at all. That's what I have.
You have a thick.
Very thick line.
Very thick line. She has lashes on you guys.
So if you see that your lash is lifting, which is a common problem that happens to everyone, even the best of us, it might happen right away or it might happen in 4 hours. What you wanna do is, this is why an applicator is so important. And if you didn't have a glue with an applicator, just get a Q-tip and put it on the end of the Q-tip. Go in, lift your lash even a little more.
Oh.
So that you get even more of the base, put the glue on, and shove it back down. But if it's just a tiny bit lifting and you try to get it in there, you're not gonna get it in there.
True.
So you have to lift it a little bit more.
Okay.
There, so I lifted it off a little so that you can just go right in there. There you go. And you don't need a lot when it's already been glued and just the end is lifting. You just need a tad bit.
It's like a refresh.
Right, but you do need to kind of push it down and hold it there for a second, because remember I said when you're applying it, you have to wait 30 to 45 seconds for the glue to get tacky. Now you're applying it straight on. So you just want to kind of push it down during that 30 to 45 seconds while the glue is drying. Ooh.
Oh, I just love a good lash.
Other than the liner, if you want to be extra flossy, you could put another layer of mascara.
Okay.
But that will just make it super dark, super dramatic, and it will shorten the life of your lashes.
I don't like putting this one on top.
It's too heavy.
As a second one because it's a little bit too heavy. I personally like this one. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Mascara.
I've never tried that.
It's amazing for lower lashes.
Okay.
It's my obsession. So whenever I'm like, okay, I put my false lashes on, I'll do my lower lashes. And then I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more mascara there. And I, in a sense, I'm putting it on mine and swiping it. And then I end up like just pressing them together.
What that does, I do that too sometimes, is if you have really long natural lashes, or like Gabriel's are so curled and long right now, the mascara and pushing it together will seal the two together. That way you won't have false lash, natural lash gap.
You want them to like blend well.
They look beautiful. I feel like I should rename Goddess as Gabriel,
As the Gabriel.
because you just rock it so well.
I mean, this is one of my favorite lashes.
And had we not been explaining every single step, that literally would have taken 5 minutes.
Yeah, it takes me
Start
like
to finish.
no time now. Just putting on lashes. Like, it's so much easier. Do you do setting spray before or after lashes?
I do setting spray before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I do setting spray before mascara.
Oh.
So I do all my makeup, then we set it because I don't want the water of the setting spray to weigh my lashes down. So I actually learned that trick by a makeup artist that does Kim Kardashian's makeup. He told me that trick. I'm not sure if Kim taught it to him or how it went, but I've tried it ever since and it's life-changing.
So now I'm home, I'm getting ready to de-glam.
Take your lashes off.
Yeah.
Do not sleep in them. Although it's not harmful, you don't want that glue and those heavy lashes on your own lash while you sleep. Same thing with extensions. I am a huge advocate against permanent hair extensions. If you get them sewn in, if you get the tape in or the beads, yes, it's great, it's fantastic to go to sleep and wake up and have them, but it's pulling on your own hair all night and it can't help but damage your own hair. Same with lashes. If you're gonna sleep with them or you're gonna get the permanent ones where they last for a few months, it's going to damage your own lashes. Take them off at the end of your glam, at the end of your night. When you take them off, always start from the inner corner.
Okay.
So get your finger in there and kind of just lift up that inner corner. I like to use my fingernail because I have nails, I'm a girl, and I literally scrape right under to get it out.
Oh, okay.
And then once you have that out, you can pull off the rest.
Oh, okay, and just gently
Gently pull.
Yeah.
And when you apply them, guys, don't apply them to your own lash.
Yes, that's one of the biggest mistakes people do.
Yes.
They put them literally on their lashes.
Because then now you have glue and a lash stuck on your own lashes. So when you rip it off, you're gonna be pulling on your lashes. The proper way to apply false lashes is on the eyelid right above your lash line. Imagine where you would put eyeliner, that's actually where your lashes should go.
So I've taken on my lashes and then I pull up my little box where my lashes go.
Yep.
And then do you clean them right away or after
I don't clean
wears?
them at all because I don't put gunk on them. If I do put mascara on the ends, after it starts to build up, I'll get a clean mascara spoolie. You can get one for free at any makeup counter, like a tester.
Oh, yes.
And I just brush them.
Okay.
That's it.
What
don't
about-
use alcohol.
Yeah, don't use alcohol. Please
Don't
use
use
alcohol.
water. A lot of people say, I washed my lashes and now they're ruined.
Don't.
So we curl the lashes. We wrap them around tight little things and we cook them. Just like if you had a curling iron and you cooked your lashes, that's what gives your lash that beautiful shape. And if you put water on it, just like if I put water on my hair, I'm gonna lose the curl.
Oh.
And your lash is just, it's gonna look like your own hair if you just came out of the shower and let it naturally dry.
What about lash glue? Do you ever have any lash glue on there?
So if you used a lot of lash glue or if this is like the umpteenth time wearing your lashes, you might build up some glue. I either take my finger and I pull it right off or I get tweezers. Lash glue is tacky, so it's gonna pull off like a big string.
Yes.
But you definitely wanna pull it off. I like to let a little bit build up.
Yeah, no, me too. I leave a little bit. Probably the third time that I wear a lash is when I start to take some of it off.
A little bit of glue, guys, doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
I like it on there. It sticks better and it gives me a little bit of a darker lash line, which I like.
She lives.
And that's it. And then wear them again and again and again. Do not throw them away after one wear. They live a very long time and you can be fabulous. One last thing, lash shape. One of my biggest questions I get just emailed to us or me personally is, well, I don't know what shape is good for me. I have hooded eyes or I have almond eyes or I have round eyes. Honestly, guys, trial and error.
Yeah.
Like there's no set, okay, these lashes are good for this eye shape. It's all what you like. I like a winged lash, which means heavier on the end and lighter in the front because I like that Princess Jasmine almond look.
If you want a lighter version of that, Luke's does the same thing.
That's right.
It really does.
It's exactly
to long.
It's a winged lash. Other people love a round lash, which is what Miami is. So all it means to be round is the two lashes are identical. It gets from shorter to longer to shorter. You can wear whatever lash you want. Try different ones and see what works for you.
Y'all have a really good reference on the Lilly Lashes page of like recommendations. Remember you guys, whatever you want to try, but recommendations if you're like, I have a round eye, I have an almond eye, I have like a downturned eye like mine. What kind of lash would you recommend? If you go to the Lilly Lashes website, you can find recommendations there as well. These are just recommendations. Do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel fabulous. Whatever makes you feel beautiful is what you should always do.
The best mentality to have, especially with makeup. Whatever makes you feel beautiful is what you should be doing. Yeah.
Well, I hope this was helpful.
We hope we covered everything. If you still have more questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section down below. If you have answers to it, make sure you answer some of the people down there as well. Thank you.
And for a week, after this video goes live, I'm gonna answer every single question in the comments.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I didn't answer any questions here. But
We
only for a
literally
week, I
answered.
can't do it forever. So if you got a question, put it in 7 days.
Yeah, if you have more eyelash questions, leave them down below, you guys. If you liked this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you to my little Lilly Ghalichi for coming on my channel.
You're welcome. Thank you for
beyond
having
excited
me.
to have this. Should
Stay
we do
tuned
another
for
video?
the Gabriel Lash.
Stay tuned for the Gabriel Lash. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye everyone. I'm so annoying at the end of my videos.
When Gabriel worked at Lilly Lashes one Halloween, we had a costume contest in the office. So Gabriel came dressed as me. He literally wore a wig that looked just like my wig, only this isn't a wig, it's extensions. He wore a dress that I wore, the
Yeah.
identical dress.
That identical dress. There was a contest, and if you won, it was a work contest. You won money. I want money. I was broke and I had just moved to LA. I was like, okay, let me do this. Let me really commit to the fantasy. My best friend, my hairdresser, also does Lily's hair. So we bought a wig. He had extra extensions. He teased the hair. He made it big. I got the exact same dress. I got a waist trainer. I wore heels. I went to work as Lilly Ghalichi. I had to go to the Anastasia Beverly Hills party that night, so I had to remain Lilly Ghalichi.
Oh, because he went as
day.
me!
Yes.
You went as me!
I went as Lilly Ghalichi.
I couldn't make it to Anastasia's party that night, and Gabriel had just moved here, so he wasn't like a big famous YouTuber then.
I was
And he's
not on
like,
the list.
Lil, can you get me into the Anastasia party? And I'm like, well, I'm on the list, but I'm not going. Just keep your costume on, and at the door, say you're Lilly Ghalichi. But he let you in, right? Okay, so I'm gonna
But
go.
I think it's also because I was with Patrick and Manny and Nikita, and I was like with
That was
them,
a good
And they were
crowd.
like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I was like, "Lilly Ghalichi." And he's like, "Okay," and like let me in.
Okay.
It was the best experience.
No, he literally
ever.
texted me. He's like, it worked! It worked!
I got
But you
it.
can't come to the party now. So
right.
Gabriel came dressed as me to work, and he won.
Yes, I did win.
And it wasn't because he came dressed as me. I didn't even judge the contest. So he sends me a photo of himself
I did.
in the exact pose when I wore that outfit on Instagram, and I posted a photo. And I literally had to do a double take. They made a pick stitch where it's like my real photo and Gabriel's.
I did because I posted it. Remember? Because I was like, "Look who I am."
My good side. Okay, but I'm gonna dress up as Gabriel this year.
Can you do the blue hair
Yes, just to even the plane.
and a denim jacket, and you just have to say hi, everyone.
So I'm with the guy that I was dating at the time. I'm like, oh my God. Look, somebody dressed up as me at the office. So he looks at the photo and it takes him a moment and then he goes, oh, he looks better. Oh! I was so offended because I'm skinny.
I would be too.
I'm a skinny girl.
She's tiny.
I would love curves. It's just never been who I am. I'm a bony girl. I'm just all bones.
You have
and
curves.
Gabriel has more curves than I do.
And that was
So
before my BBL.
the guy I was dating.
Oh yeah. Oh, she talks about her BBL. She talks about the BBL.
I don't have BBL yet. But yeah, it was really offensive. He literally told me, he's like, you should gain some weight. Look how much better he looks
Ew.
in the dress than you do. It's safe to say that that relationship ended. No, but he's a great guy. He's a nice guy. But next. My husband now loves me just the way that I am.